As Pete said, my name is Maria. I am Impact Behind Alumni, and I'm also a Rock Ambassador to India. I want to take a few minutes of your time to share with you how a surrendered life leads to freedom and an experience of God. Ever since I was a little girl, I always had a desire to know God. But despite this desire, despite the fact that I knew about God's grace, I still felt that in order to know Him, I had to earn my way closer to Him. The way I saw it was that if I did all the right things, maybe I would be able to experience His love. This belief only drove me away from God and into mistakes. Every time I failed to meet this standard of perfection, I would punish myself. The more I punished myself, the more I failed. I felt trapped and frustrated because I couldn't seem to control things and I couldn't seem to make things right. After joining Impact 195 over 5 years ago, I remember staying up one night as I read Romans. In chapter 8, it says that the power of God's Spirit frees us from the power of sin and death. When I read those words, I finally understood that there was nothing I could do to save myself from the power of sin, but it was only God's Spirit that could do this work. I surrendered to His Spirit that night. I used to think that I had to control my life in order to please God, but I've since realized that it's the surrender of this control that actually releases the power of God's love into my life. I used to do good works because I thought that maybe I could please God through that, but now you could say I do good works as an act of surrender in response to His great love for me. And I wouldn't choose any other life than the one that I get to live right now. In 2014, I had the opportunity to co-lead an outreach trip with some of our Indian disciples. On that trip, I experienced God in a powerful way through His love for me. During that time, we had the opportunity to share the gospel with people that had never heard it before, and over 200 people chose to follow Him. But the only ministry I'd really done was to watch our disciples do almost all of the ministry. And it was through that I experienced heaven. I remember sitting in front of a Hindu temple as I watched some of our Indian disciples presenting the gospel message and leading people into the kingdom of God. As I watched them, God was showing me that the way that I felt about our disciples was only a fraction of the way that He felt about me. The excitement I felt as I watched them walk out their identity as children of God is nothing compared to the way that He was excited when I chose to become His child. This is only one example of the result of a surrendered life. To say that it's worth it doesn't even adequately describe the reward that comes as a result of surrendering to Him. The only cost to freedom and intimacy with God is what He already paid on the cross. We often believe that if we can control our lives in order to please Him, that maybe He'll allow us to experience Him, when in fact it's the surrender of His control that brings us into that place. I believe that God wants that for you. He wants a surrendered life for you. And I believe that you can do that today. Thank you.